What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Aydian here, and today is Monday, March 13th. I am just here at my computer editing some of my videos, and I just uploaded my video for today that I recorded yesterday, the motivation video. I go through my comments every now and then. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My cat wants to get out. Hold on. Okay, so I know it's messy in here. Don't judge me. I was going through comments, which I do every so often, where I'll go back and look over the comments, comment back, like a comment, heart a comment, that type of stuff. So I was going through some of them. I'm not gonna say who this person is, but I'm just gonna read the comment, and I'm just gonna try to break it down a little bit for you guys. Maybe you can understand a little better some of the positions I've been put in throughout my journey to my life or whatever. So this comment says this. I'm assuming this was off of, so this was off of the reading the hater email. So it goes like this. Maybe if you picked up a dictionary every once in a while, instead of a weight or barbell, you'd know what those words meant, Aydian. I'm a trans man as well, but I do not feel the impulsive need to look like Hulk to feel like a man. I applaud your accomplishments, but I'm angered by trans beefheads like yourself trying to represent the trans male community. I agree with this man on some points. You're promoting yourself, not our community. I admire Lou Sullivan, Stephen Whittle, Mason Davis, and other trans men who fight for trans rights and not to be seen as a bodybuilder. So, I don't want to mention the name of the person who wrote this because I don't feel like that's the point. It's not to like go find this guy and like comment on his shit. That's not like at all what I'm trying to do. But what I want to do is bring to light something that I've never really talked about. Actually, so first, I also wanted to name some of the other trans people in here that he did mention because, I don't know, maybe you guys could go check out these guys and maybe you'll like to follow them too. We all activists, all people, we all have our own voices and we all have different things that we're passionate about. So you're gonna get different things from different people. Like, you're gonna get something different from me than you're gonna get from this Lou Sullivan gentleman, or from, other trans men activists and trans women activists. It's just how it goes. We all have different priorities, different prerogatives, different ideas as to what activism is supposed to be or should or shouldn't look like, and that's okay because, you're not just gonna follow one person and get every single thing you could possibly get from that one person. You need multiple people to accomplish that. But what I wanted to talk about, which I've never really talked about in a video before, is the concept of me being a bodybuilder or a model. So I never claimed to be a bodybuilder. Yeah, I do like to consider myself close to like bodybuilding than I would say like just somebody who goes to the gym, right? Because I compare myself as I train at the gym compared to I just work out. To me, somebody who works out is somebody who they go to the gym for health, they want to be healthy, they want to move their body around, they go for fun, they do different things and stuff like that. For me, when you're training, which is something that I do, I have a very specific regimen of a goal I'm trying to accomplish. I have certain things I'm doing on certain days. I'm looking back at past workouts and trying to improve the workout I'm doing now. So it's a lot more like training. I'm not just working out and just like going and having fun and doing something. I'm going there with like a very clear intention of what I want to be doing. So that's why if you were to say like, oh, like how do you identify? I wouldn't say I'm a bodybuilder. I've never been on stage. I relate more to people who are bodybuilders than just like your average person who goes to the gym. So that's where I identify on the bodybuilding spectrum. The thing is like when I started the whole men's health thing, they called me a bodybuilder. That's what they did. When I say they, I mean articles all over. They would just call me, oh, bodybuilder Aydian Dowling, fitness person Aydian Dowling, right? Then they started also saying like model Aydian Dowling, trans model Aydian Dowling from the Adam Levine shot, right? I never claimed to be a model. I don't do modeling. Like, I've done model shoots, but they weren't because I'm a model. I'm not a model. I don't consider myself a model. I do modeling things as Aydian Dowling, but I'm not like signed to an agency where if someone needs a model, they can look through this portfolio and pick me out. I'm not a model. And so when someone comes at me saying these things like, oh, like maybe if you picked up a dictionary instead of a weight, you know what I mean? first of all, that just shows like their own like inability to look outside of labels, which they are a trans man and they are underneath a label, which I'm sure they wouldn't want to just assume because they're a trans man that people would assume all these things about them. So I don't really think it's cool to just like look at a bro at the gym and be like, oh, he must be so dumb because all he does is lift weights, okay? And I don't have a very big vocabulary because I went to school and I didn't want to be there. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, right? I was not a very good speller. Doesn't mean I'm not a good speller now. Doesn't mean I don't know a lot more words than I did when I graduated high school. But I'm just being honest with you. I was never big into education, unfortunately. I wish I was more, but I always was very passionate about things, but when it came to just like sit down, textbook reading, learning, like it was not my thing at all. So yeah, it's not so much about this specific person who wrote this specific comment. It's more about like, I know on my own experience, I get grouped into these things very dramatically. Like, oh, like, you know, I'm in this men's health thing, so I must be a bodybuilder or a fitness guru, right? Oh, well, I'm in this, you know, this photo, I don't know, I did a photo shoot with BuzzFeed to like do all the Calvin Klein ads and stuff like that, so I must be a model. And it's like, I'm neither of these things. I never even called myself an activist until other people started calling me an activist. And then I was like, you know, I'll take on activist. I mean, I think an activist is somebody, it could be anybody. An activist is somebody who speaks out for, not for, but I guess for lack of better words, like, yeah, for community, right? So like, I speak out for the trans community. I'm not the only voice for the trans community. I'm not the only activist. I very clearly always try to say that it's not just this is my story. This isn't every trans person's story. So I just, you know, I want you guys to all know that like, just because you see Aydian Dowling, the bodybuilder, I don't think I'm a bodybuilder. Just because you see Aydian Dowling, the model, I don't think I'm a model either, okay? I'll take activist, I'll take entrepreneur, I'll take fitness lover, you know what I mean? I'll take those things. I like those things, but you know, I don't like when someone calls me a bodybuilder because I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't think you're a bodybuilder unless you are like a trainer and you go on stage and that's your freaking thing, right? And I don't consider myself a model because I'm not with an agency. I don't get paid for modeling gigs. I don't get paid for people to take pictures of me. That would make me a model, but I don't get paid for those things, so I'm not a model. So yeah, again, it wasn't specifically about this specific commenter. It wasn't about the person. It was more about just like, you know, all these thoughts, right? Like, I don't feel the impulsive need to look like the Hulk to feel like a man. Like, I don't feel the impulsive need to look like a Hulk to look like a man. But I personally like the bodybuilder look of aesthetic, right? I like the muscles. I like that. That's how I like, right? Like, just like you wouldn't make fun of somebody who likes skinny jeans compared to somebody who likes baggier jeans. Or somebody who really is into music and like does music all day long as opposed to, you know, ballet or something. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be like, you know, oh, well, maybe you should put your guitar down and open up a dictionary, right? But we'll do that so quickly to be like, maybe you should put your weights down. And like, you know, again, that goes just right back to judging people. Like, we cannot judge someone's like the things they're into, the things that they enjoy, right? Like, you can't say that because you like to play guitar, well, that's better than just going to the gym and lifting weights. You can't say that because somebody might get the exact same relief and release through guitar as they do through weight training, and vice versa. You know what I mean? I know tons of people who play guitar who also weight train, and I know tons of people who are super, super intellectually smart who also work out, right? So just this constant. So I guess this video is kind of all over the place, but it was really like these kind of three things are what's coming to me right now. The first concept of like, I'm not gonna be your only activist. I hope that you guys look to other people. I look to other people for trans activism, trans male activism, trans women activism, trans queer activism, right? LGBT activism. I'm not the only person and I shouldn't be your only person, okay? If you don't like me, then like don't watch my video. Like, alright, my camera just loves to turn off right in the middle of like an actual point being made in my videos. So one thing, like, I'm not the only activist, okay? Second thing is that, you know, we all get lumped into these categories that we don't actually agree with, right? Somebody sees you walking down the street and they're like, oh, you know, that guy is like probably listens to rap music, right? And you're like, actually, I don't listen to rap music, right? Or you see somebody with like a mohawk, right? And like chains, and you're like, oh, they're probably like a punk rock metalhead. And meanwhile, maybe they're not. Maybe they're actually not that, okay? So like, stop lumping people into these categories. Stop it, stop. We don't like to do it, don't do it other people. And then the third point is that like, oh, okay, and part of the second point is like, I get it too, okay? I get lumped into these categories that are not true to me, but the only difference is that like I get like an article written on Huffington Post about Aydian Dowling the bodybuilder, and then thousands of people see it, as opposed to just one person saying like, hey, you're a bodybuilder, and then me being like, actually no, I don't agree with that. I can't go and tell every single person who read that article or read this or saw that, like, actually no, you know what I mean? And I have like, so one example is the Out 100 put bodybuilder in Out 100, and I legit emailed them and then ended up calling them and being like, please, like, I don't identify as a bodybuilder, take that down, you know what I mean? And they couldn't take it down in the printed version, so it still says bodybuilder in the printed version, but the online version, they changed it to like entrepreneur or like trans activist or something else besides bodybuilder. So first point is that I shouldn't be your only activist. Second point is that we all get lumped into these categories that we don't actually identify with. It's unfortunate, it's labels, we need to stop, okay? The third point I would want to make is that, like, I'm never telling every trans person's story. That's never been my intention, and it's not, I mean, like, I say it in all my interviews, this is just my story. Whether that person, that media outlet wants to put those words into their article is not, unfortunately, not my choice. You could talk to anybody who's been interviewed before. Okay? You do 10 interviews, 2 of them are super awesome, they go exactly how you want, and the other 8, they don't. You know what I mean? They're kind of what you wanted, but kind of not what you wanted. It's a mix of yes and no. So I'm just, you know, again, like, I don't want to keep making these videos of like hater comments, right? And like, I know that this guy's hating on me, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like, I don't like name calling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's fair to say, well, you're not representing me, so you're a beefhead, you're an asshole, you're this, right? It's just like, it's not cool, right? Like, I'm gonna end the video here, because again, I didn't want this to be like some big, another hater video. It's really not about that. So yeah, otherwise, I mean, I have so many good comments. Like, let's read some good comments, right? Damn, son, you went hard. That's what's up, though. That's a good comment. You're right, we are a community, and there should be more support from within all of our community, whether the LGB or T. Some people like say mean things, but I'm gonna ignore the mean ones. Of course, now I keep reading all these terrible ones. What the hell? Where are the good ones? Oh. Okay, whatever. Thanks for adding me to your family, much appreciated. You the man, love watching your traveling videos. First of all, you're awesome. Thanks for taking us along with you. What the fuck's up with people? That's like on my side. I want all your shoes. Thank you. Thank you. You're an inspiration, man. I hope I can pluck up the courage to get out this closet sometime soon. 7 years, that's amazing. Thank you for educating everyone. So yeah, there's many good positive things. By no means am I trying to just focus on the negative right now. Hopefully this video turned into something and it's not just a rambling mess. But if it is, I'm sorry, and if it is, thank you for sticking with me. I'll end it here. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. All right, peace.